I got a job. I wash dishes and help prep food at a pizza place. I don't know what to believe. There's just one problem with the food prep aspect, though, and that is the fact that it's bullshittedly hard. I thought I'd be sprinkling toppings on pizzas and tossing them in the oven while I have a cigarette. I don't smoke, but it kind of comes with the territory of an easy job, doesn't it? Nuh-uh, I'm not making pizzas, I'm creating pizzas. Mixing ingredients for sauce in a vat the size of a trash can, making dough out of thin air and good intentions, sculpting it like a Greek nude statue. Look, I know none of what I say sounds like it's hard. No matter who I tell it to, they're like, yeah, food. Do you know who I am? I need a much lower bar. My first day I worked from 11 to 6, and that time I had to learn 5 different machines because apparently each food needs its own specially designated shredder or else everyone who eats it will die. I had to open 20 large cans of tomato sauce with a manual crank can opener because it's 1750 and automation hasn't been invented yet. A can opener I broke, by the way, that my 50-year-old Hispanic trainer had to fix. It's always good to have to memorize a few dozen rules and procedures that are being explained to you in broken English. I spent 7 hours looking like a fucking retard just saying what 4 or 5 times after every direction. And it's not his fault. He's actually a food prep champion that really gets the job done. There's just an insurmountable language barrier that is keeping me very uncomfortable on a consistent basis. Why can't I work in the kitchen with all the white kids talking about Pokemon Go all shift? I have to get my complaining out of the way so I can talk about my second day of work, which was actually a breeze, and if every day was like it, I'd be totally fine. I was by myself the whole time. I only had to prepare green peppers, Canadian bacon, and diced tomatoes, and then hang around and wash whatever dishes came my way. It was laid back, it was relaxed, and I made so many unsupervised mistakes, which was awesome because I could correct myself. While dicing tomatoes, they use a little contraption where you put the tomato on this grate and then bring the lid smashing down on it. I learned that if you don't smash it hard enough, the juice and seeds spray 10 feet in every direction and ruin your work shirt. I made a huge mess, but I cleaned it up and nobody saw. They can't prove shit. The other good thing about working by yourself is there's nobody to tell you how fucking slow you're doing everything. I don't think it's supposed to take an hour and 15 minutes to use a grating machine to fill 6 small tubs with shredded cheese, but that's just how ineffectively methodical I am. But I make up for it by not taking breaks or lunches throughout the day, because that's easier than having my employee card denied 8 times at the computer while I'm trying to clock out. I'm tech savvy. It's the tech that never works. What's my salary, you might ask? I don't know. I never asked. I've worked a total of 17 hours, and I have no idea what I made from it. I should probably ask. I should get around to maybe asking. After I get more acclimated, I will. Yeah, totally. Someone asked me to cover a shift for them already, my second day. Dude, I've been an employee for 4 hours. I can't even handle my own responsibilities. Having a job has shown me that there's more to death than I previously thought. I see the appeal. With work, 20% of my life has just all of a sudden become tucked away and spoken for. That's 20% less freedom to make other choices. Sure, I'm getting paid an unknown amount of money, but really the primary reason I applied was so I could feign stability for future relationships. There are staples you have to make girls think you've got a foothold in this world. So when you inevitably sweep the rug out from under them, it'll be a surprise. I want someone to walk away from me because of my personality, not my situation. But nobody's done that yet, if you can believe it. Here's hoping. Why even name babies? They all look the same. You never know if they're going to grow into the name. You should name your kid when he turns 13, so you can give him a name that matches what he looks like. When I was in 3rd grade, someone told me I look like a Nick, and I kind of believe it. I could also pull off Lance, which I think suits my personality and appearance. You ever meet someone and they tell you their name, and you're just like, no, that's not right? Exactly. No more hot chicks named Megan. It doesn't work. You can be Jessica or Alex or Cassie or Savannah or any number of other things, just not Megan, not Lauren, and definitely not Kayla. Also, can we stop naming these CoverGirl models things like Billy? Fucking Billy? I'm all for female equality, but some names should never, ever cross the gender gap. I'm not naming my son Carol. Some of you hipster failure parents dooming your kids from the get-go. The next time I meet a dude named Freedom, I'm gonna bully him into suicide and graffiti a real name on his tombstone. Here lies Jack. If he was a Jack, maybe he'd still be alive. I mean, he'd probably be a burnout, but he'd be alive. You can name your kid outside the written conventions of society. That's okay, as long as it doesn't sound fucking stupid. Most of my preferred baby names are taken from anime and Fire Emblem. Volk, Alincia, Titania, Ciel. My kid is gonna be a goddamn revolutionary. I will almost certainly never have children, but if I did, I would seriously consider naming my son Roxas. I'll fucking do it. Watch me. You think I can't love Kingdom Hearts that much to immortalize it into my own blood? You don't know me well enough. He's gonna play second fiddle to someone else's story, doomed to fade away while his doppelganger fulfills his chosen destiny. That's what my kid's gonna be. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.